I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Thanks for joining us on a Monday night. Always a great pleasure to have Gary West on the show. And you heard us talking about Indie Express on that interview. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about that tonight. And this is going out especially to my DJ friends out there. I hope you'll pay close attention to this. I've got the lady who is in charge of this wonderful organization with me on the phone tonight. She's going to tell us more about Indie Express. This is Dena Wood. Dena, how are you tonight?
God, I'm awesome, and so pleased to be able to talk to you and to speak to this forum, through this forum, to the DJs out there.
Well, it is my pleasure, and I want to thank you as a DJ for all the wonderful music you send me, and I know you're helping so many great artists out there, and it's so refreshing to have a platform for these great artists to be able to get their music right directly in the hands of DJs that are actually going to play them.
Absolutely, and that's, I don't just go through and pick out a DJ's name when I add one to my list. I try to touch base with them and get approval so that it doesn't go in their spam filter when I send them music, and I think that's made a big difference.
So what gave you the idea?
Well, I'm executive secretary for the Academy of Western Artists, and about 2.5-3 years ago, Bobby Newton came to me and he said the biggest thing that the DJs complain about, how can they, because they do the voting on every winner, how can they vote on something they haven't heard? And that's a valid thing. That's very valid.
Yeah.
So he said, I want you to see if you can't find a way to get the music to the DJs so they can have the opportunity to hear it, but at the same time, the artists won't have to spend hundreds of dollars to mail all those out, because a lot of our DJs, we're in 14 countries, and a lot of our DJs, are in a place where it would be exorbitant to try to mail all those CDs. So I went to work, and I didn't know what to do or where to start, but I'm a big proponent of the fact that God leads me where I need to go, and he definitely did. And so I just started trying a little of this and a little of that, and I came across Dropbox, and then I started testing my theories, and they worked, and I went, wow. So I just kept working on it, and after about a year, we decided it was time to roll it out. So I started, and since then, it has just grown by leaps and bounds. I have 500-plus DJs worldwide who I send my music to, and I say it's mine. I own it because I own what I owe to the artist and the DJ.
Well, tell me about how artists can get in touch with you if they want to get their music distributed.
All right. We have a website, ndxpress1.com. I also have a Facebook page that's Indie Express, INDIEXPRESS. And you can also find me if you type in Dena Wood in Texas on Facebook. It'll take you straight to my timeline, and I don't mind that at all. So I'm easily accessible. My phone number is 214-585-2055, and I don't mind giving that out because I can see who calls. If I don't know you, I'll call you back.
We'll make sure and put all that information on our Facebook page, too. We can really get this music out there, and people are listening, too.
Absolutely, they are. I know Alan and Jill Kirkham came early on into Indie Express, and they're from South Dakota, and they came early on, and they had 3 albums up there, and they said that immediately their their timelines, they were getting 15 and 20 requests a day from people from all over the world who wanted to friend them because they'd heard their music, and of course people, when they hear that music, they go to looking for you on the social media contacts, and I thought that was amazing. And I had Bill Weaver out of Arkansas, who he's a singing truck driver, and he said that his streaming fees went up like 300%.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty good.
So what types of music are you accepting and getting out to DJs?
You know what? I would do that on a one-on-one basis. There are some that are in a genre that's non-specific that almost anybody would play because it would fit the moment, So it's country gospel, pure country, Western swing, Western. I have some that are like a folk line. It depends. It just depends on if I think the DJs will play it. and in numbers that would benefit the artist, then I'll accept it.
Well, that's fantastic, Dena, and I am really so impressed with the Academy of Western Artists. I know you're affiliated with them, and I was very honored to receive the DJ of the Year award this year, and it just means so much to me, and I want to thank you and Bobby and everybody for what you're doing there.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate our DJs. You know, our DJs do all the voting on who is, you know, anyone can nominate. Anyone can nominate in pure country, Western swing, or Western music for the AWA. Anyone can nominate their favorites, or, you know, the music has to come from October 31st is the closing date. So anything that's recorded and released between November the 1st and then October 31st of the next year is eligible for a nomination for award, and anyone can nominate. It doesn't have to be the DJs. I mean, they do nominate, but anyone is able to do that. Fan base, get out there and nominate your folks. You send that to working_cowboy@hotmail.com. We just had our awards in August, and I know a lot of folks aren't realizing that the nominations close October 31st. So if you've got nominees out there that you think are deserving in the Western swing, and pure country, you can nominate female of each genre, male of each genre, and there's also an instrumentalist of the year and a young artist of the year, and you can put your nominations in there. So we'd encourage you to do that.
Fantastic. Again, we will put all that information on our Facebook page for My Kind of Country, and you can contact us if you have further questions. We'll be happy to help facilitate that for you as well.
Don't forget to nominate DJ of the Year, your favorite DJ, and get him in there, because Scott Wikle can tell you there are winners.
That's right, and I'm very proud to be one of them. There's been that's an elite club, and I'm very honored to be part of that. Thank you so very much.
All right, Scott, and any DJs out there who would like to just have access to this music, I have a passworded login that you can log into, and, you know, you can just come and go at will. We do keep that online, each album, for a full year. So any DJs out there that want to get in contact with us, find us on social media or find me on Facebook, and we'll get you added.
All right, and we're happy to help get the word out for that. And we're going to play some of the great artists that we have received through Indie Express for you right now as we continue with My Kind of Country. Dena Wood, thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you,